Mike was muted that whole time. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Uncle Matt here. We are live watching along as the U.S. men's national team takes on Uruguay in a do-or-die matchup in Copa America. U.S. men's national team essentially has to get a win, has to get a result. Uruguay probably in a good position where they don't necessarily have to get a result to go through, which benefits USA in that regard. I think there's probably a little bit of rotation on their end because of that, but the bigger thing, U.S. has to win. On the other side of the bracket, need Panama to either lose to Bolivia or Panama to not beat Bolivia so much that the goal differential screws USA. But here we go. This is where we're at. This is dug our own hole, have to dig ourselves out of it. This is what you get. Uruguay, one of the better teams in South America. Oof, dribbling right through us right now. Not looking great. Good to see Matt Turner out there after he left the last match injured. Darwin Nunez is out there for Uruguay. Need a result here. Need a result here for the U.S. men's national team to stay alive, to survive, to keep going in Copa America. This has not been a great tournament for CONCACAF as a whole. Mexico eliminated last night. Just Mexico at least, U.S. at least can say we won a game, played well, kind of shot ourselves in the foot with the red card to Tim Weah. Mexico just, what an embarrassment. What's going on with Mexico? Crazy how Mexico has just fallen off so bad in the last 3 or 4 years. I mentioned this in the comments of a buddy of mine's video. I was like, I think just the players they have now, who are they? I was watching the game last night for Mexico, and I was like, I don't know any of these players. They don't play for any big clubs. They don't play for anybody in Europe. They're just it's like the U.S. and Mexico are slowly switching places where, back in the day, Mexico had Rafa Marquez at Barcelona, Chicharito at Real Madrid, Carlos Vela at Arsenal, and now it's just U.S. hasn't quite got there yet. That's one of my things where I think I try to always put things in perspective. With the U.S. national team is Pulisic, best player we've ever produced, couldn't make the cut at Chelsea. But yeah, you can make a case argument one way or the other there. Excelling at AC Milan, but AC Milan, Italy is. Look at what Italy does in Euros. Italy is the bottom tier of the top leagues right now. The next phase for U.S. men's national team to really get to where we think we should be, to where we, certain fans think we are, is our players have to be at Real Madrid, have to be at Manchester United, have to be at Manchester City, have to be at Barcelona, PSG even. And I think we're trending that way. I mean, we had this dude, can't remember his name off the top of my head, but the kid from the Philadelphia Union Academy is now moving over to Manchester City. And I hate to, even as a Manchester United fan, I hate to acknowledge Manchester City as a top team, but I mean, it's be just to live in denial to not say that. So, we're moving in the right direction, and I think that's the problem with Mexico is they're going the opposite way. Where are their players playing? Their players are all playing in Liga MX for all the criticism of MLS. There's no Mexican players in any top teams right now. Correct me if I'm wrong. I was saying to a friend of mine, chatting in his videos, I think there's the same deal with Italy. You look at Italy right now, Italy just embarrassed, just shambolic performance in the European Championships, missed the last World Cup. And I think it's because the quality overall of the Italy players is just so down. And you look at what the Italian teams are doing in Champions League, how they're where's the Del Pieros, where's the Totis, the De Rossis? They're not coming through anymore for Italy the way they were in that last generation. And that's the same for Mexico. There's no Chicharito. There's no, Chucky Lozano. There's no Hector Herrera. There's no Rafa Marquez, Raul Jimenez. The players they've got coming through right now, maybe they're young. Maybe they got some young guys that are going to break through in the next couple of years. But right now, the guys that they were putting on the pitch last night, there's not high-level players at this point in their careers. Corner right now, USA, Pulisic to deliver. Good in swinger, right where you want it delivered. Good defense by Uruguay. Where is the camera angle on this match? Am I crazy? I feel like this is like the Goodyear blimp. Like we're above the stadium right here. Like we're looking straight down on the pitch. This is crazy. US is lively to start. Good stuff to come out of the gates. Gotta get some end product though. Gotta get some finishes. Gotta get end product. Gotta get finishes. Can't waste this momentum. Can't waste this energy. We're on the front foot right now. This is where you gotta go. This is where you gotta step on the pedal. You gotta go, 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 go. I think if anything, that was the mistake Greg made in the last match. Like, obviously I've been not nearly as critical of Greg Berhalter as a lot of people have. I thought he made some mistakes in the last match. I thought he took his foot off the gas too early. I thought he went defensive too early. We were kind of on top of Panama still, even down a man. Obviously losing a man, Tim Weah going off. That was the game changer. That was what changed the match. But felt like we could have maybe tried to stay on the front foot as opposed to like going defensive in halftime. We'll do back 3, back 5. I didn't like that. It is kind of funny though. Some of the people that have been like very critical of Greg throughout time, things that they've criticized in the past for, now they're kind of criticizing him the other way. Like I watched this pretty prominent U.S. men's national team YouTube content creator who, that's a foul. That was just completely a foul. Who, 2 years ago was tearing Greg a new one for like not bringing Ricardo Pepi to the World Cup. And then I watched his like recap of the U.S. men's national team match, and like one of his biggest criticisms in the match was that Greg Berhalter brought on Ricardo Pepi as a sub. It's like you can't have it both ways, man. Like, how are we going on like, both sides of this? How are we like 2 years ago, Greg was an idiot because he didn't bring Ricardo Pepi to the World Cup, and now when he's pulling him off the bench 2 years on, better form, better developed, now he's an idiot for bringing on Ricardo Pepi. It's like it makes no sense in those regards. I would criticize him, like I said. Went defensive too early to shift to the back 5. I didn't agree with that, but like he's got the players that he has. He didn't bring Ricardo Pepi because he didn't think Ricardo Pepi was ready for the World Cup last year, and now he's starting to bring him in, and now we're criticizing him for bringing him in. It makes no sense to me in some regards. Like I think the people who criticize Greg just like they don't like that there was like the weird situation where his brother was on like the leadership council of U.S. Soccer. There was like maybe like a hint of nepotism in Greg getting the job. And they just decided, like people just decided a long ago, Greg was not the guy, and they just can't accept that, the players love Greg. They all respect Greg. They all like hype him up, say they want to play for him. They can't accept that we've played really well for the most part in the Greg Berhalter era. It's the people who criticize Greg are like, well, we should hire Jose Mourinho. We should hire Jurgen Klopp. It's like those guys are never and will never coach the U.S. men's national team. Early yellow card coming up here, 15 minutes in. Is this for Uruguay or is this for U.S.? There's 2 players from one for either team laying on the turf next to each other, and the ref's waiting for somebody to stand up to get the card. It's Tyler Adams and Oliveira from Uruguay. Who are they? Who's the foul on? Who's the yellow card on? I mean, that's got to be on the Uruguay player. What is he even down the ground for? He stamped on Tyler Adams. The yellow card goes to Tyler Adams. Wow. The ref has botched this one. The referee has botched that one out of the gates. Another match, another game, right out of the gates. The ref is botching the game for USA. Yellow card should have been handed out to the, Panama player for the foul on Nat Turner right out of the gates in the game. Tyler Adams just got his ankle stomped on, and he got a yellow card. Like, if you didn't see it clearly, if you don't know what you saw, keep your card in your pocket. This early in the match, we're 15 minutes in. You can't be handing out yellow cards if you don't know what you saw. My God, that's terrible. That's atrocious. That was absolutely atrocious. That was unbelievably bad. Like, dude stomped on Tyler Adams' ankle, and Tyler Adams stands up against a yellow card. That's atrocious. I don't like going against referees. I'm a referee myself. I don't like to, go that hard against other refs, but that was abysmal. You clearly didn't see what it was. You clearly didn't see the foul. You knew there was a foul. There was heavy contact between both players. You can't give a card there if you don't know what you saw because you didn't see what you thought you saw. Because what you couldn't have possibly saw something that resulted in Tyler Adams getting a yellow card. You just saw a hard challenge and decided one player had to get a yellow card, and you chose Tyler Adams. Abysmal. That sucks. That's it. Once again, we're on the wrong side of an early decision by the referee, just like we were in the last match against Panama. We can't afford to be on the wrong side of decisions. Like, we need everything to go our way in this match. Like, how do you make that decision? How do you give a yellow card there when you clearly could not have? There was nothing that warranted a yellow card, so you didn't see anything. You just saw a hard challenge decide somebody had to get a yellow card. I mean, that's just he pulled him down there. That's a yellow card. That's a stopping a promising attack. He pulled him down as he's going to turn and put a cross in. You gave a yellow card earlier when you didn't see shit. I gotta stop cussing on these live streams. But I mean, Uruguay is pulling us down. They're fouling every chance they get. Same thing Panama did. I mean, that's a yellow card. That is a yellow card. He's pulling him back, stopping him from getting into the attack. I mean, if that's not a yellow card, what is? What is? That's atrocious. You gave a yellow card, but you could not see anything clearly to Tyler Adams. And you're not going to give a yellow card for dude just form tackling Anthony Robinson as he's turning around trying to break away and get across him. I don't know what the deal is. It's crazy. Terrible free kick from Pulisic, but I mean, what are we gonna do? Like, we can't. How did he give that yellow card to Tyler Adams? And there's no yellow card there for a cowboy collar tackle, horse collar tackle on Anthony Robinson as he's breaking away, about to put a cross in. Man, Euros, Copa America, both. Some of the card selection by these referees is so illogical. Makes no sense to me. Panama's up on Bolivia, so that does not do us any favors. Ugh. If you're a betting man, you bet it on Panama to be like the best showing CONCACAF had in Copa America. You'd make some money right now because Mexico's been an embarrassment. USA, we've been an embarrassment. Obviously, Jamaica's been an embarrassment. I believe Canada's through. So Canada, shout out Canada. Alistair Johnson, Jacob Shuffenberg, they've done well. Everybody else. Everybody else from CONCACAF. Crap the bed.
As much as anything, they wanted to slow the game down there, which is kind of crazy to say about Uruguay. They can under a lot of pressure. And then they're going to get into attacking position, close the ball behind, and the U.S. have that first quarter to defend. This is the stretch where they do slow it down. They've got 2 games after that 21-minute mark. The boys are up to the back. The Cruz in swinging ball. And U.S. repel that. The crash of bodies. Reed is down. For Uruguay as well, a real concern. Really, really big concern right now from Uruguay. Trying to get medical attention out in the field as fast as possible.
Oh, wow. Just got an email. Data breach from Ticketmaster, as if Ticketmaster was not the worst company alive. They somehow have managed to have a data breach.
Right now, at Stadium.
My God. Is there a worse company in the world than Ticketmaster? You just you price gouge. You just give terrible service to begin with, and now somehow you have a data breach. Just you're the worst. Just the absolute freaking worst. This is the super long injury delay here.
Get full medical attention. We do just want to be 100% certain.
What are we doing?
Receiving this attention. You could see the real looks of concern on the faces of the Uruguayan players.
So somebody for Uruguay is being carted off the pitch. I didn't see the incident. It didn't look like there was anything that serious, but here we go. Who is it? Who's coming off the pitch?
See there, they've got his neck in a brace. So we'll wait to get an official update of what exactly.
Dang, it's in a neck brace. That was bad. It's not good. It didn't seem like it was that serious of an incident. It just seemed like it was like, I was obviously just live streaming here, not maybe paying the best attention to the match, but what the heck? I still can't believe Tyler Adams is on a yellow card right now. Unreal for that challenge earlier in the match. I mean, just like this. You can't give it a yellow card there because you cannot have possibly. I'm just repeating the same things I've said over and over again at this point in time. He's shown in his second year with them. He is now on the field. Stage finale.
Sometimes when you get an injury like that in the middle of a very intense game, and it already started down just a touch, the challenge is to get back up to that. So you try to set that intensity again with a tackle and passing movement. Great ball from Rana.
Oh, go on, lad! That's got to be a pin! That's got to be a pin! Now it's offside. Oh. This ref sucks. Might have been offsides, no doubt, but he just like it's too busy calling offside to like notice that the players are both down hurt, really bad shape. This guy sucks. He is. How do you get to this level? I feel like I could ref these games. Like, I'm overestimating my own ability, I'm sure. But like, come on, man. This guy. Zay Collins in the chat. Hi. Hi to you, Zay. Welcome in. Pure. Hey, he's offsides. The replay shows the offsides is there. Clearly offside. No doubt there. But, I mean, the referee's just lackadaisical, not calling medical attention on to the players. They're clearly, like, banged up. They're clearly hurt. We already had one dude, like, crippled and taken off the field. It's a foul, but the offsides, you can't call it.
Oh, yeah. That's why we waited on the replay. You can see there's a coming together there with Araujo and Reed. And then you saw his neck just get jammed into the ground there. Brutal. Yeah, really scary. The best for him. You're trying to get back to his feet. He scored each of the first 2 games.
We got fireworks in the neighborhood. Sure, the first fireworks of 4th of July week in the neighborhood. That got picked up on the microphone, but that was there. Here we go. A full week of the dogs being just like miserable and being like, what is happening? This is there's the potential for a lot of added time in this first half if the referee does his job, which he hasn't done so far, so I would not expect him to do it thus far because we had a long injury delay for the Uruguay player who was taken off with the neck injury. Second long delay there. Come on, Musa. Go on, Moose. Go on, Moose. Balogun down injured, but he's back in now. Looked like it was just shaking up a little bit, so we were good to go there. Saying you should do a video for 4th of July. I will be I'm going to make a vlog on the 4th of July. I doubt I'll have a live video for that one. I'm going to go to here in Nashville. I don't know if you're aware, if you're in local to the area, we have Nashville Hot Chicken Fest every 4th of July. It's a big festivity in East Park, just outside of 5 Points. I go there every year, which is kind of crazy. It's like to eat hot chicken, like one of the hottest, blazing hot days of the year. Usually go there, and then I'll pop back home, maybe have some burgers, some dogs at home, maybe like try to find somewhere to watch some fireworks, whatever. But a lot of fireworks, a lot of 4th of July stuff coming up. I also have I'm going to go to the Hendersonville fireworks, little suburb north of Nashville on Wednesday night. So he says, where should I go? Like I said, Hot Chicken Fest, always a fun time on 4th of July, good way to start the day off. Obviously, we have the big 4th of July festival downtown here in Nashville. It's on 2nd Avenue, Broadway. But a lot of like the suburbs here in Nashville. Like I said, Hendersonville, I go up to Hendersonville on the 3rd of July. They do a show there every year from Drake's Creek Park. If you're familiar with the area, if you're not, you can Google it and figure it out. Mount Juliet, I think, does theirs on the 4th as well. Murfreesboro, all the little suburbs of Nashville usually have their own version of like a fireworks show. Just you can look it up. You can figure out who's doing what where. Nashville used to be really easy to like find a good spot to watch the fireworks because you could see them from like all around town. But now, like with all the new buildings, all new skyscrapers, it's a lot harder to peek into downtown the way you used to. We used to always go to Skyline in Madison and watch the downtown fireworks from there. But it's the view is a lot more blocked now than it used to. You can't let them play on if you're given a yellow card. That stopped play. What is he doing? This ref is atrocious. Holy crap! He gave Chris Richards a yellow card, and then he let them play fast. Once you give the yellow card, play is stopped until you give the restart signal. This ref is out of his mind. He's ruining this game. And now he's going to give another yellow card. He's going to give a yellow card to Pulisic or somebody else for dissent. This is unbelievable. He's out of control. You can't let them play on once you've pulled the yellow card. That is not how it works. That is not in the law of the game. Once you pull a yellow card, play has stopped until you indicate play can restart. He has fudged this up. First of all, that's not a yellow card. Once he gives the yellow card, he can't let play go on. That's not how it works. He cannot let play go on. That is not he has botched this up. Like this is he's botched this so badly. Again, he continues to botch this game. This ref does not belong in a match of this caliber. You do not let a fast play happen. If you give a yellow card, it does not restart until you give the restart. Unbelievable. This ref is he's not following the laws of the game. Why is he on this match? Why is he on this match? He doesn't know what he's doing. He does not know what he's doing. He is. Man, I hate to be like losing my mind on this right now. Like, I don't want to scream on live streams, like, especially on a ref. My brethren, my fellow referee brethren, but like, that's referee 101. Once you give the yellow card, the play is stopped. You don't let the play go on. You have to be the one who indicates play can restart. This guy. Unreal. Didn't come to anything. I can't tell, like, because he looked like he pulled that second yellow card for dissent to somebody or something like that. They haven't indicated if that happened or not. And ultimately, like, letting him play on did not lead to anything. But if we had a player get a yellow card for dissent after he let play go on when he should not have, so like, if we have an extra player that's on a yellow card that should not be on a yellow card, that's unbelievable. I mean, just slid right through the back of the legs. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, the camera angle on this match is terrible. I can't see clearly what's happening after that. Just dove right through Balogun's legs. Didn't even get the ball. Just. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing with this guy? What is this guy doing? Teach us, Uncle Mad. You're a better ref. Listen. Obviously, this is a much higher level match than I've ever refereed in my life, but I think this guy's calling stuff he's not seeing. Like the yellow card on Tyler Adams, he saw like two players that came together really hard, couldn't decide what he wanted to do, and decided he had to give somebody a yellow card. And he made the wrong decision. You can't do that. You can't call things you're not seeing. And you can't figure out when he wants to call stuff, when he wants to let stuff go. It's the full-on egregious error, the one earlier where he yellow carded Chris Richards for the foul and let them have a fast play. That's just not how it works. You cannot do that. That is just not how it does. Once you issue the caution, play is dead until you restart. You don't let fast play go there. He is. I don't know who this ref is. I've never seen this ref before. Even on the broadcast, they're like referring to him as an inexperienced ref. And I'm like, why is he on this match? This is by far the, even before the tournament started, this was going to be the biggest match in this group of Copa America. How do you have an inexperienced ref in this situation? How do you have somebody who doesn't know what they're doing here? Cannot say I can do better because speed of play is fast. There's a lot happening. Things are happening quickly. But he's doing stuff like where he clearly isn't seeing what's happening, and now here he comes again. He's just calling stuff based on what he thinks might have happened instead of what he's actually seen, which you can never do as a referee. I can't tell you how many times like I've told players on the field, I'm like, I didn't see it. I can't call it if I didn't see it. Sorry, I believe you. I believe you're saying that something happened. I didn't see it. I can't call it if I didn't see it. He gave Tyler Adams a yellow card 15 minutes in the match for something he clearly didn't see.
To create separation. Watch how he's able to keep it in. And then as it gets to the right foot, gets into that little right turn that creates the gap, and it's a nice ball because everybody's anticipating it's going to be around the 6-yard box and cuts it back. And on the shape of goodness and the now, see there the managing the role of Barcelona has. He actually came off at half with their opener. Suffering from dizziness and blood pressure. He was dehydrated in Miami. American for him. It's Allen who comes out of that one in some pain gingerly. Guys, he's been in it today for 2 collisions.
Balogun. Looking a little gimpy. He's looking over the bench like he might need to be subbed. That's not great. Nothing in this match has been great. Yeah, subs coming on. Balogun's not lasting. It's going to be Pepe. He's getting prepped to come on, which, yeah, Balogun's down. I mean, Balogun hasn't been, at his best in this tournament. Pepe's been terrible. Like, I don't know why we're not going to, like, Hajj Wright at this point in time. Like, Hajj Wright, I think he's the guy in form. He's the guy that's been, like, doing more as a striker than anybody else from the national team. But, I mean, it's like I said, kind of in the build-up, like, people were critical that, like, Greg didn't bring Pepe to the World Cup 2 years ago. And now the same people are critical that he's using Pepe as the first guy off the bench now. So you can't have it both ways. I understood why Pepe didn't get brought to the World Cup. I didn't think he was in form. I didn't think he was, our best option in terms of strikers to come there. Pause. I don't think he's our best option off the bench right now, but I'm not going to criticize Greg for something that I haven't criticized him before, so we'll see. It's an interesting question. German says, does your wife get mad when you start screaming? Usually depends on when it happens or where she's at in the house. Like, it's a nice night here in Nashville. She's been sitting out on the back porch watching TikToks, having a couple of mango cart beers herself. So she's been having a nice little night on herself. If she comes inside, I don't know if she's inside or not because I've been inside for a while. But once she comes inside and she goes to bed, because this room where I'm recording right now is about 1.5 rooms over from our bedroom. So if she goes inside and she's going to bed, yeah, she'll text me and be like, hey, shut the hell up or something like that. But, earlier, I think for the most part so far throughout this match, she's been outside, hanging out outside because it's been a nice night in Nashville. So she might not have known how crazy I've been getting so far. So that's also why I will say, like, I got to pump the brakes. I got to bring it down a notch. Got to bring it down a notch. Got to bring it down a notch. What are we doing? We're on the break. We had advantage. Now he's pulling back for this guy. Yeah, as I said, beautiful night in Nashville. Like, couldn't ask for a better night. Like, mid-80s, a little breezy, a little nice night. We ate dinner on the back patio tonight. Actually made half of a vlog that I'm going to put out soon about what we cooked tonight, so that'll be coming soon. But, yeah, after, like, 2 straight weeks of brutal heat here in Nashville, tonight was an awesome change of pace. What are we doing? Random, but where did the name Uncle Mad come about? Okay, so It's a twofold thing. So if you've been watching the stream, you might have seen, or if you watch any of my streams, any of my, stuff, you might have seen that for as, laid back, as fun, loving, and happy and cool as I can be sometimes, things happen and I lose my cool a little bit. I can't quite bring it under control a little bit. And so when I was in high school, so my name is, without, pulling too much behind the curtain, my name is actually Matt, M-A-T-T. My friends in high school growing up, we got something here going on. Pulisic. So my friends in high school determined that I was angry all the time. I'd get pissed off. I'd lose my composure. I'd get mad. So they would call me Mad instead of Matt. And there used to be a joke of like, you could tell how mad I was by how many D's there were in Mad. So it was like, he's at 2 Ds, he's at 3 Ds, he's at 4 Ds. So that was where the Mad part of it came from. And if you watch the vlogs, I've got Nephew P, my nephew, who's in some of the videos with me. And so that just kind of led to Uncle Mad. It was like, Mad was kind of a nickname I've had since childhood. And then in my later life where I become an uncle to Nephew P, Uncle Mad. And it's kind of things. Like I didn't want to necessarily use my real name on YouTube. Like it's out there. I've put it in the channel. You can see it there. You can find it obviously if you want to, but just wanted to come up with like a nickname to use for the primary use of the channel. And for whatever reason, Uncle Matt to Nephew P, Mad, name I grew up with as a nickname, Uncle Mad. That's just where it came from. So to answer your question, Joseph, that's where Uncle Mad comes from. Heat of the game was awful Saturday. Yeah, it was. I don't think it was the worst. I sit in the supporter section, so I was lucky. Like, wasn't directly in the sunlight because like our seats sometimes where I normally sit, like there's about like a 10-minute window where the sun is just peeking through one of those crevices in the side of Geo's Park and just beaming right onto us. That would have been brutal. But I sit in the supporter section, so there was never like direct sunlight, direct heat on me, and I wasn't like in a grind like the hardcore like bouncing mosh pit version of the supporter section, so it wasn't like overly crowded and nothing like that. It was not pleasant, but it was not as bad as it was. Yeah, as I said, during the game was fine, but before was awful. Yeah, I was. I'd mentioned in like the live stream I did the last US game on Thursday that I was like thinking about going to the supporter section tailgate, that they do in Lot 5. I've been there a ton of games. I've been there multiple times, and I was going to go, but I was like, man, I just did not want to be outside between like the hours of like 3 and 6, so I did not go at all. But yeah, that would have been those who were there, who were grinding out in the tailgate. My hat's off to you. Wonder when the U.S. will come back to Nashville. I would expect. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a game next year. Because like I think they'll go to a lot of the teams or a lot of the cities that aren't hosting the 2026 games. So they'll probably hit Nashville in 2025 just to hit that market, hit those teams, make sure those cities are, still locked in. So I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get a friendly, maybe even a Gold Cup match because Gold Cup's going to be next summer as well. So would not be surprised at all if there was not a U.S. men's national team match here in Nashville next summer or sometime next year, sometime in 2025. I'd be surprised because we usually get one, if not every year, every other year. Zay says, gonna head out. Good night. Good night to you, Zay. Thanks for jumping in for while you were here. Match rolls on. We're about on to halftime here. 5 minutes time added on. Got about 4 minutes left before the time will go. Yeah. Yeesh. Oh. So many good little passes here and there. Just that last little pass, that last little opportunity, and we're not getting there. Not quite getting to that last little bit we need. Oh, there was a firework. I don't know if that got picked up on the sound. Everybody fireworks going off. Still 1-0 for Panama in the other game. They're in a good spot there. Oh. Come on, USA. Come on, America.
And he goes down, and he's in some pain. The yellow card is in the referee's pocket. The Uruguay bench. Joe Scally remains down. Oh, it's a push there. Cruz just push back turn. Paulo Nunez gets the yellow card. Only out is the referee. Actually, look at Scally, realize he's still down hurt, and wave the medical staff on the field.
I think the referee was coming over, and I think he was going to give Joe Scally a yellow card. And I think he kind of assessed the scene and was like, "Wait a minute, and I think I might have this one wrong." And then finally came back and was like, "Yeah, I think I got this wrong." He gave Darwin Nunez a yellow card after Joe Scally's down on the ground, maybe with a broken leg from Nunez just kicking the shit out of him. Future National SC coach BJ Callahan has given some tips to Greg. Tim Weah sitting next to Nguchi Onweyu in the crowd there. Gooch shining. What are we doing there? Come on, Joe Scally, get up. Keep playing. We don't need to have Shaq Moore. National SC fans, we need Shaq Moore healthy. Do not let Shaq Moore come to this game. It's amazing. I think that's the first yellow card Uruguay's got in this match, which is crazy. At one point in time, they put up a stat earlier, it was USA had 4 fouls and 2 yellow cards. And Uruguay had 7 fouls and no yellow cards. It's that's, you got to judge each individual foul on its own, standing. But I mean, that's a crazy imbalance to look at it now. Nah, Scally is looking gimpy. He looked over at the bench like, I don't got it. But I think we might see Shaq Moore in the second half because Joe Scally did not look like he had much left in the tank. He is gimpy. He is not wanting to touch the ball. Yeah. I think Shaq Moore is going to be coming on at halftime, which is 2 injury substitutions. USA has had made, which is crazy. Crazy. We've had 2 players knocked out from injury. And yet somehow we've committed more fouls in Uruguay. This ref is not great. All right, that's halftime. We're going to take a little break here. We'll come back for the second half. Criticized a lot of the referee in that first half, but I mean, ultimately, U.S. hasn't done enough on their own to overcome that, to, be in the match. I think Joe Scally looks like he's probably coming off. We're going to second force substitution in the match. Panama's winning the other match. That's not great for us either. So not in a great state right now. We're going to take a little break for halftime. We'll come back for the second half. All right, we're back. No second half underway. I hope somebody had a good long conversation with Mr. Referee at halftime there, because he had a nightmare of a first half. It's hard to be overly critical of him, because I don't think ultimately he cost the U.S. anything in that half. But I mean, if, for example, Tyler Adams gets a second yellow card, you're going back to that. That's the one thing. It's like a player who shouldn't have been on a yellow card gets a second, or a player from Uruguay who should have been on a yellow card. Already, the second half is wild already. This guy, unreal. Already. Tom Bogert says, for me, Greg, this is Tom Bogert, one of the top, media members covering MLS, U.S. soccer, says, for me, Greg Berhalter has to be out if USMNT do not get out of the group. I'm not reporting that. That's just my opinion. I believe the pressure is real, but obviously, who knows? Who knows? I don't think they went through all the rigmarole of bringing Greg back to fire him after one competition, and particularly one competition that was clearly skewed by a moment of madness from a player that he could not control. So maybe I'm wrong. It would feel crazy for them to have done all the rigmarole they did to go back to Greg and then bail on him that quickly, but you never know. Apparently, much like me, everybody was complaining about the incredibly high angle that was being used in the first half, and it got switched so much time. I didn't even notice. This is crazy. World Soccer Talk, retweeted by Ben Wright. I'll put this up here. How much you can pick that up right there, but I'll read it to you. Kevin Ortega, the controversial CONMEBOL ref for the U.S.-Uruguay game in 2022, he awarded a penalty to Boca Juniors. After the game, the Bolivian police searched the ref's booth and seized several Boca Junior shirts given to the referee team. CONMEBOL, CONCACAF come in together for this Copa America to just make the most shady bullcrap tournament you could ever possibly host. The coverage, the production level has been terrible. The refereeing has been atrocious. I mean, this match has been unbelievable.
He was in the zone that night with a goal and assist. Once again. The key moves the defender. Right on. Listen. It's Musa. And you gets a lot to be able to run out of it. This is his hands up there. He's coming inside and defending him. I think that's how his hands are over the entire game. He's just trying to do that swim motion to get his hand off him and then catching it in the face a little bit. He's trying to say elbow. Just a little bit of
I gotta tell you, as a referee, and maybe I'm wrong in this regard, I never call those where like a player's running and like his hand happens to catch another player while he's naturally running. Like if a player like is putting his arm up to like guard himself, I'll call that all day. But like if it's a player's running and he kind of like sweeps and he doesn't even know the player's there, I never call those. I might be wrong. I might be wrong about those. But to me, those aren't fouls. That's just like you're in your natural motion. Ooh, Reina, good press, good press. Dang, good press in there, good press in there. Scally's in. I thought for sure, like, the way he was looking at the move. Big rip by Uruguay right there. I thought for sure the way, like, Scally was moving late in the half, I thought for sure he would come off, but he's back second half. It's good news. As much as I would like to see Shaq Moore get a run out, but at the same time, I don't want USC to force changes. I want to be able to, like, make changes that we need to make for tactical reasons, for attacking purposes. Good turn by Reina. Go on, Jedi. Go on, Jedi. It's just took his pants off.
The game there, one of the dangerous areas was a look against Hudson on Richards.
Excuse me.
Uruguay the first 20 minutes. They were in the lead after the first 20 minutes into the first two. They get a shot in the first 20 minutes tonight. Uruguay had the next 4 shots at goal. So he was, couldn't go from there to build into the game just yet. But one of the things I am curious is to play there.
Oh, what are you going to do?
Wants a long switch. He's trying to peel off on the outside of Anthony Robinson. Yeah, we'll get back to this part of the conversation a little later in the half, but if you're going to win this game, they just need to tie it up and put the job done. So I'm supposed to see how they handle this second half. Dennis, good area, just we're up there of Oliveira. Scott was going down. He was watching for that ball and hits the deck. So let's see what happens here. This ball comes in. Watch Scally. He's put it offside. So he would have been fine. He would have Oliver had gotten into that back post and then just bounced down and it just went off too soon to see. But he's still doing. He's getting treated. He's actually caught out of treatment. Which means that they put that turn to green. Now he's screaming to take it.
Joe Scally's down again. Ugh. Almost makes you think we should have made the switch at halftime. If like this was going to be what was going to come second half. Because now we're just wasting time. Should have made the change at halftime. Let him play on through. Give Shaq the whole halftime to get ready. Now Shaq's going to have to like throw it together quickly to come on. This is don't like this. Don't like this because now we're just wasting our own time. Just not great.
See each other every weekend. Only Shaq Moore was the choice. Now, Moore was a late ad.
Yeah, Shaq Moore coming on. Should have made the change at halftime. I mean, clearly Joe Scally was struggling, couldn't continue. Now we just wasted like 3 minutes, 5 minutes of time. Not great.
From
Oxford,
what's it like in Oxford?
very posh.
Are you very posh?
Too much.
Really? Are you a Tory?
No. Tories.
Heard it here first. I'm going to do a would you rather with you today. Would you rather like Luis Suarez or put a cigarette out on a youth player like Joey Barton?
No, can't be like Joey Barton, scum of the earth. No, it's going to have to be a person.
So you'd rather bite someone?
Yeah. I mean, if it's,
You look nervous. Are you nervous?
yeah, I try my best. I get nervous when I talk around pretty girls.
Well, I like the moustache.
Oh, thank you very much.
I got one of those as well, but down there.
Well, I can get rid of it.
Okay.
If you sit on top of me, I'll be able to get rid of it while I'm getting my way to your heart.
Just love that.
The other way.
Hello?
Hello.
He's anticipating the challenge coming from Robinson. Is supposed to be worried about. I've got the advantage here. They're just scroll this one across the early pause. Problems for the U.S. Medical. Give them the crowd again. The winning goal against the U.S. Thursday night. Panama leading against Bolivia. Within 6 minutes. In the stands. U.S. will in the top Super Bowl. Into the quarterfinal round. Saturday night.
Well, Joe Scally's back on. What are we doing? Just make the change, man. Like he can't continue. He's wasting time. He's not fit. What are we doing? Why do we just waste 5 minutes? Like 5 to 10 minutes with Joe Scally in the ground, and like he's gonna go down like 2 minutes from now again. We're finally gonna make the change. It's just unbelievable. But once again, I said I did not necessarily want Shaq Moore to come in this game because I want him to come back fit and fresh for Nashville SC. But I mean, if we're hurting the boys, we're hurting U.S. men. What are we doing?
Something happened in 2014. There's different ways to get this done. Rick Walters talked about that throughout the tournament. There are different paths that lead us to the city. Kenny long throw. Blizzard gets back to it in the box. There we go. Down. It's still the Lucy picks it back up. Anthony Robinson. Rest of the Kenny. It's lost to me. Really made a point of slowing things down. I'm not seeing the high thrust from them. Really put the U.S. under a lot of pressure for that. They seem to be downshift the take the top off. It's fine for them. The challenge is going to be for the U.S. I think they're going to start thinking about some stuff so keep the energy levels high and keep it pushing. And when you have the ball, to try to make the most of it because Uruguay right now, everything is going how they want it to. Looking for Christian Oliveira. Oliveira That's it. Goes back out. That's media. There he comes to get it. There, once again, what's the this time? Scallon comes to Hal, cross into the back post, and Anthony Robinson touches it away from Police. Jordanus picks it back up. Reed rising up to head it away. They forced to recycle. Half an hour, Arrowhead Stadium. U.S. find a way to keep their Copa America alive. White goes and come back in for Oliver Adams on the scene.
Unpopular opinion here. Is Weston McKennie actually good?
22, and he's just had 2 retirement injuries. Basically, just a year and a half.
I just don't see how much he brings to the team. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing stuff there.
That was the question. Does he have about 75 or 80 minutes? Can he go longer? He's played a 90-minute game once in the last year and a half with those injuries. Richards goes down. Richards is in main on the play. Richards is carries on. Anthony Robinson is
Oh,
to his feet. Richards is a little bit behind the play. I think that's about every U.S. fan watching this at home right now. So we're keeping an eye on Richards. We're keeping an eye on Scallon. Keeping an eye on Orlando. Looking for new news from there. Who's it? Okay. It's also for a what separates great from great is a team that can find ways to win games like this. And when you had the possession, you had the domination, that extra bit of quality that you need. That's where you're going to dig deep. That's where you need your stars. That's where you need Melissa. It looks like Bolivia has scored. Bolivia have scored. U.S. is going on as it stands. Still again.
Oh, Bolivia scored. We're in this. Bolivia has scored. It's 1-1 in the other game. There is life. There is life for the U.S. here. Come on. 1-1 in the 69th. Nice minute for Bolivia, Panama. Can't let off the gas now for U.S. Got to go get our own goals. Got to go get our own score. Cannot rely on what's happening in the other match. Got to make something happen here. Go on. Go on, lads. I mean, has Pepe had a touch in this game? Everybody cried, oh, why didn't he bring Ricardo Pepe to the World Cup? Why didn't he bring Ricardo Pepe to the World Cup? He just is not involved in this match at all. Oh, they're VARing the goal down in Panama, Bolivia, so it might not be as good news as we thought it was. Which never ends well when there's a VAR check.
To get Adams pressure, Anthony Robinson in the middle of the field, and we didn't get there. Brandon connects the foul.
Goal stands for Bolivia. We're alive. Can't rely on that match, though. Got to go get our own stuff here. Cannot trust whatever happens in that match. We got to do what we got to do. Don't tell him, Berhalter. Tell him to go for it. Don't take the. Jeez. Now we just got scored on. Berhalter. Second, he tells the players, "Hey, 1-1. We're good. We're good. We get scored on." The second he tells the guys, "Hey, 1-1, 1-1." Don't tell them that. Tell them to play on. Whole team goes to sleep as soon as he lets them do that. No, he's offside. He was offside off the header. That's offsides. He's offside off the header. That's offside. That's got to be offside. After first contact, the flick on, he's offside off the contact. All right, so he's off. He's off. That's got to be off. If this is not offsides, this whole thing's cooked. He's offside. If this is not ruled offside, this whole tournament's cooked because that was as offside as you get. Oh my gosh. Dr. Joe Magic is the worst. What a guy. I don't think he's ever been a referee. I think he's just like something like random like scientists they pull off the street who are like, let's tell you. All right, so here we go. Initial kick. They're onside. Flick on. He's offside on the flick. He's offside on the flick. He's offside. The goal scorer is offside. It doesn't reset off the flick from Matt Turner. It's offside. It's offside. No goal. This is pretty clear cut. This should not take this long. That's as clear as it gets. I don't understand why some of these VAR checks take so long. It was so clear. He's flicking it on. Matt Turner makes a save. The player who taps it in was offside. The save by Matt Turner doesn't reset everything. Yeah, why is it taking so long? Everybody in the place knows. Everybody said it's not offside. This should not take this freaking long. It's not that long of a checklist. It doesn't take this long to check. Yeah. What? This whole tournament is under protest. That was as offside as it gets. There is no way that wasn't offside. Well, that's fine. We can go out now. We can be eliminated. We can be eliminated now because this ref has screwed up the whole game. Yeah. Wow. Oh. Unreal. Unreal. We're going out. Can't fire Greg when the ref screwed us. Wow. This is an embarrassment for refereeing in fucking America that this is what the fucking refs we put into this fucking tournament could do. Unreal. This ref is on the take. This ref is on the fucking take. Well, at least we can get out of here knowing we got royally screwed. I mean, like, if we played bad, if we got, played our way out of it, if we, hurt ourselves like we did in the last match, it's one thing. But I mean, like, that's the most clearly wrong call in the history of soccer. And you had VAR. You had VAR to help you show how far offside that player was. If we were a proper soccer nation, this referee would be getting the Pablo Escobar treatment. What are you going to do? You can't fight the extra guy. We've been fighting this extra guy in red this whole fucking match. Unreal. And Panama scored now, so Panama scored, so it's 2-1 for Panama. We are dead in the water. Got to get 2 goals. I mean, we haven't done enough ultimately to get ourselves through, but I mean, like, fight an uphill battle with the calls that have gone against us in this tournament. That have incorrectly gone against us. It's one thing if, like, correct calls go against you. Like, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at? They even just show the goddamn fucking replay lines. It's this offsides that fucking gets. Fuck this referee. Get him off the pitch. Red card the damn referee. I mean, you're just fucking trying to kill Pulisic there. This is unreal. This is unreal. Not a close decision. It's obvious. You don't need fucking technology to see a fucking player. Have it, Christian.
This was the goal scoring opportunity. Great work from Anthony Robinson. Forces him in that indecision there, which sends out Colorado. Loses it. Comes out to Pulisic, and it takes that deflection and spins it up, and it takes all the power out of the strike. What part of the body did that hit from Oliveira, who just went down the ground, he had his hands behind his back. We were filled in from the defensive midfield position, get on the line, and then that You can be sure 2 years from now, the 2026 World Cup. So the USMNT.
These fans in Kansas City had any respect for themselves, they would start launching missiles. I don't give a shit about being like, good, dignified, fun fans. We got host here. The man in red in the middle is on the take. Bombard him. I don't even care about like the referee brethren. Like he screwed us multiple times in this match. There is shadiness here. As well for Coventry City, it's 14 late goals in their storybook. One to an FA Cup semi-final this spring. There was a punch that always coming for him. Rises up, Sargent gets it there. He's so now you slow down play. Now you slow down play for substitutions. Straight in the mix. Looks that free kick again. First stoppage time to go here. Once again, the U.S. is saying you can just play advantage there. So running into space, putting our tail and saying, they take my time to actually sell that point. Talked to us last night, but one of the things you can't control as a coach. Try to control what he can, reduce substitutions. Run his team from the bench. Every time we have had a free kick and the chance to play a fast break, he stopped it and brought it back and not played advantage. The one time they had played advantage, he showed a yellow card and then let them play advantage. And not a yellow card. That should be a second yellow for Darwin Nunez right there. Breaking up a promising attack, stopping a promising attack. He just hacked the dude down. He's on a yellow card. Should be a second. This ref ain't doing shit. Fuck you, Kevin Ortega. Yeah, waste more time. And you're thrown to the ground. I mean, Tim Ring gets thrown to the ground, but yeah, why bring that back? There's no reason. I mean, at this point in time, like you kind of get the read, fixes in. What's the point of like cheering on your team? I mean, like it could not be more rigged than it is in this match. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when like it's so clearly rigged. And we're back to the satellite camera for some reason. You finally got back to like the normal camera for like the last like 60 minutes, and we're back to the satellite camera. No, he's still offside. No, he's offside. I don't give a shit what you're showing me. He is fucking offsides. Here's the deal. Ultimately, you know, Panama, we cost ourselves the game. This game, we haven't scored. We haven't done enough. We haven't done anything in this game to earn this game. So you can blame what got stacked against you. We just didn't do enough. But I mean, it definitely is hard to overcome the odds in a tournament like this, in a match like this. So what are you going to do? But you do get the feeling like in this game, the way this game has gone, if we scored a goal, they'd find a way to make sure we did not score a goal. So I don't know. I don't know how much fault I can give the U.S. because I feel like they would find a way to take the goal back if we scored based on how everything else has happened in this match. Yeah, Panama is now up 3-1. We are completely screwed as if we weren't already. Bolivia just being a piece of crap, dead turd of a team has ruined the whole group. What are you going to do? We didn't do enough to win this game, but like at the same time, it's like how atrocious the refereeing was, I don't know that we could have done anything. I feel like if we scored, they would have been looking for a way to take the goals back. Like it's that shady, that unreal of a match in terms of the refereeing decisions that I can't in good faith say that we had any chance to win this game no matter what happened.
And that first touch just got caught underneath his feet, so it meant he had to take an extra beat to try to get the right strike. And that's where your decision making, it's so easy to say,
oh, I didn't update this one. I guess I should update this.
It's kind of as it in the US. Look at this. Watch both defenders, center backs crash it, and then look at that. But he's calling for it. Even then, it takes it a fresh goes underneath. Two bodies, which I didn't already committed to his left. He's trying to get back up now. It was a pretty comfortable save for him. But it's just been a case of literally, it's been everything but the finish. It's been, that's the Copa America. The goal is 2 points out of the group. It doesn't matter how you can be Canada and score 1 goal for 3 games, but you're going to knock out stages. That was the goal coming into this. The pushing this one forward now. It's exploration's up, 2 minutes left. Should get a big number in stoppage. This is going to end up with a referendum of Greg Berhalter of his team. And as it stands, the inability to get out of the board, the Canada, Bolivia, 2 teams for the US. One of their names remember playing 7 straight games with a global man this year tonight. That's with Luis Suarez. Garza was working in the summer now. He comes off after that. One of the keys looking Sebastian Cáceres is on. It'll be a Copa America debut from the league team. A terrific season. The entertainment has replaces Jim Reed. Especially as far as his family. He's on here, so when you start, and you'll see what this number is going to end up being. You just have to score 2 goals. It is not finally going to land the ground. It's their job to land from here on to the final. A 2-1 win for the U.S. would still with the men. They got scored twice though. 60 seconds for stoppage time. But can he control? Blocks.
Panama 3-1 final over Bolivia. U.S. has to score 2 goals in whatever is left of this match. 2-1 would send us through, but I mean, 2-1 with maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes left at the most. And we haven't looked like we're going to score at any point in the last 90, so don't see it happening anytime soon. Six minutes. 6 minutes to score 2 goals.
And moves it along. Happy and Sargent in the area. Sargent trying to throw his body in. Instead of Kenny, will chase it down and lost it balance, but it's knocked out. It's a U.S. throw. 6 minutes of out time. Woodford exhausted almost the first. Sargent trying to turn it on in the middle with blocked. Melisic waiting for it. Has it. Poked away. McKinney. Kachira turns it inside. Randall flips it up and right in the area. Knocks it down. No, there, I'm not sure. What is Julia Ribbon? Plays up Anthony Robinson.
So I know, and it's been much talked about, like one of the criticisms, like you got to fire Greg if we don't get out of the Copa America, if we get grouped in Copa America, and like there's like all this expectation, like this is the best talent we've ever had at the U.S. men's national team level, and it's like, okay, here's who's on the pitch right now: a center back from Crystal Palace, a center back from where's Tillman? He's like, who knows where at this point in time. Josh Sargent, striker from Norwich. Pulisic, AC Milan. That's impressive. Haji Wright, he's like a second-tier German team. You know, Ricardo Pepi, somewhere in the Eredivisie. Gino Reyna had to go on loan to like Nottingham Forest and couldn't even get on the pitch for them. So, you know, as talented as we are, it's the most talented team we've ever had. No doubt. That is truth. That is truth. But you have to be realistic. These still aren't like the best players in the world. Like Uruguay's got like freaking players like playing for Liverpool, playing for Real Madrid, playing for Atletico Madrid, playing for freaking real legit top teams. Panama does not. Should have beat Panama, but you know, Tim Weah felt it was a better decision to punch a player in the face than to play the game. So what are you going to do there? Referee here in this match doesn't know what offsides is, so that kind of hurt us a little bit. But, you know, me and Anthony Robinson, great left back, one of my favorite U.S. players, but he plays for Fulham, for crying out loud. Yeah. We have to be realistic. Like, we cannot, like, you know, it's the most talented team we've had, but the most talented team we have is, like, still, like, nothing compared to like the legit like top teams in the world. Like you want to really like put the expectations on the U.S. national team. That's going to be when we have a player at Real Madrid, we have a player at Manchester United, we have a player at Manchester City, we have a player at Barcelona. We got good players. We definitely have the most talented players we've ever had, but they're still playing. You know, they're still like that's not a huge accomplishment to be the most talented U.S. team of all time.
Sargent, Tillman, and himself is crashing bodies. Tillman comes out of it. Melissa blocks it. Tillman comes to the far side instead. It's worth to McKinney. McKinney having a push up a little bit. Gets across it. Takes a deflection. There's Tillman. Blocked. Montes is down. Referee will stop play with 90 seconds and a minute still to go. Record holder against top 15 teams in the world, other than Mexico. No wins. High draws. This is about to be a fifth loss. And when he was hired, his vision that he grew up on the board was to change the way American soccer was perceived globally. And the reality is that this team has not gone further than any team has gone in the past. And in fact, many teams have gone further than this team. It's our generation about this group of players until they actually achieve something. There's a lot of talent out there, but the flip right comes in the air. It's Robinson couldn't get there. And Smart miscontrols. Adams the opposite forward. Suarez into the middle. Valverde now. And I guess that's going to be the question. How much of this is on Greg Berhalter? How much of this is on the group of players? Players have to take accountability in this too. You know? The coach is the first person to bear that responsibility. And this will be the U.S. soccer to decide if they feel that this is the man that they start to need to get the most out of this team. Because you can't change the players. Of course, you can bring a couple of guys in and out. And this is the core. The majority of the players you can see in 26. The team is 2 years younger than this.
That's it. Game. U.S. has been eliminated from Copa America. There's going to be a lot of people that will throw all the blame on Greg Berhalter. I am not one of them. Tim Weah screwed us in the last match. The ref screwed us in this match. Well, to me, we did not do enough. I mean, that's the other part. You have to be honest. We did not do enough beyond, those outstanding factors that hurt us from the outside. But if you know who's the better coach, the realistic better coach, don't come in here and go, oh, Jurgen Klopp, oh, Jose Mourinho, oh, Pep Guardiola. Who are the realistic better options? I don't know who they are. I know these players trust Greg. I know these players believe in Greg. They go to the wall for him. They fight for him. That's kind of why I've always backed him. It's I think he's made mistakes. I think there's been flaws along the way, but I've always been more of the mindset like back the coach, the players back. If the players back the coach, we back the coach. But we're out of Copa America. It's over. I don't think shame. It's disappointing. Disappointing. Oh, well. Thanks for watching. We're going to end this one 0-2 and doing these live streams with the U.S. national team, so we shouldn't do these anymore. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your bagels.